1912. Soon after it was built, the military didn't like it. It was so expensive. Remember, there's no water source on the island. Every drop of water for 11,000 military prisoners had to be brought over in a boat and then pumped up onto the island. We get into the 1920s and the 1930s. We have Prohibition and the Great Depression, and it brings about the time of the gangsters. And the public wants the government to do something about it, so the government declares a war on crime. And something it does to show that it's getting tough in this war on crime is to take over this minimum security military prison island and turn it into a maximum security federal prison, which they do in 1934. And it remains that until 1963, so only 29 years. Now, if we were coming past the island, this large area off on the right, there's rubble there. It used to be apartment buildings. If we were coming past during the federal prison years, you'd see a lot of kids running around out there, riding their bikes, playing baseball. That was the playground for the children of the guards. The lighthouse at the top of the island is in the same spot of the very first lighthouse on the entire west coast of the United States. And we can see a lot of things as we come past here. The white cliffs of Alcatraz, that's not a natural color, that's guano. We just had nesting season over with. That's what the Spanish saw when they came into the bay. You can see all the old defensive walls made out of brick and stone. The walled compound to the lower left of the cell house is the recreation yard. Prisoners would go from the cell house through the recreation yard, out the door, down the little flight of stairs to the white house perched on the hillside that had a metal detector in it. And then they go to work in these two buildings on the left called the industries buildings.